How would you like to meet someone who has a great love for sports? How would you like to know what it feels to play golf over 50 times a year? How would you like to know the ins and outs of fantasy football? Today's guest will talk about these and other unique things he does that he enjoys. The Humanities Mass Communications Department at Noble Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Brian Adams, to meet the new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 3 different productions. This program will give them a chance to talk about themselves, the productions they are planning, and give you a chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is an NCC student in the film and TV production course and a fanatic of many sports. He plays golf over 50 times a year as he loves basketball, watching football, and playing fantasy football. We would like you to meet today's guest, Joe DiSpirito.
Thank you for having me.
So Joe, we know that you are a huge sports fan. Please tell us some things you like to do around the world of sports.
Well, first of all, I love to watch all kinds of sports on TV. One of my favorite sports is golf. As you can see, my favorite golfer is Tiger Woods. He's one of the people that inspired me to play golf, as I watch him every weekend make the game of golf look fun instead of boring and slow. By getting the crowd into the game, he almost gains a home field advantage, as everyone is rooting for him to win. Without Tiger Woods, I wouldn't be playing the game I love today. Every weekend before a golf shot, I think, what would Tiger do? Another sporting event that I love to watch is football. Every Sunday I watch my New York Giants as I root them on for a victory. I've been a New York Giants fan since I was 5 years old, as they will always be my favorite team. Whether the season is a good one or bad one, I watch them every Sunday. This season the Giants are struggling as they are battling many injuries, so I'm looking forward to next season. As you see here, the Giants are playing Philadelphia Eagles as I went to the game last weekend on Sunday night.
It's my favorite team, Joe.
Nice.
Did they win?
No, they unfortunately lost the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
shame, shame, shame.
Next is fantasy football. It's something I've been playing for the past 3 football seasons as I've become addicted. Looking at all the stats of all the players in the league and seeing which matchups are best intrigues me. My first season is probably the reason why I'm so addicted. I won 2 league championships right away as a rookie. It's something I can see myself playing for a long time to come. One outdoor sport I like to play is basketball. I love basketball as I play with my friends in Stanford all the time and play outside with my brother as well. In this video I was practicing some camera skills as I filmed my brother taking some long-range shots outside of my house. Last but not least, golf is my favorite activity. I've been playing for 3 years now, as it is something I could see myself doing for the rest of my life.
Golf is a good sport. My grandpa plays. So could you tell us why you decided to take the TV production course?
I always had a curiosity about TV productions, especially the post-production side of it. I wanted to learn about the new generation of video cameras as they are constantly changing. I wanted to learn how to use Avid professionally to edit my own videos. Looking ahead in the future, I can see this as a possible career.
So with this course, what are some of the most useful things you've learned?
We learned how to operate video cameras along with learning basic elements such as composition, creating sequencing, writing storyboards, and scripting. We also learned Avid production, editing, which I was very excited about. We then learned live TV production, including technical directing and directing. Overall, we really gained a sense of importance of the concept in TV production.
It is an important subject. Please tell us about the Sequence Project, the Orange Project Practice, New England Fall Project, and Orange Project you created in this course.
All right. First, I'll tell you a little bit about the Sequence project I did. So I created a storyboard, sketched out camera placement diagrams, and a shot sheet. This was the first time we actually went out by ourselves to use the cameras. We did things like clean entrance, clean exit, close-ups, and more. It really gave us a feel for the cameras and pushed us in the right direction. I was also excited to finally get to edit my first video afterwards.
Wish we could see that video.
Yeah, me too. Second was my practice for my Orange project. I used a sample storyboard to figure out how to create an Orange project. I used techniques that I learned after doing my Sequence project. This was the project preparing us for the real deal. I used close-ups to convey action and emotion, and I also had to make the project error-free without continuity mistakes. I believe after completing this, I was ready for oncoming projects in the future.
Is that your Sequence project up there?
Yeah, that's my Sequence project. I did it here at NCC.
Matt French?
Yeah, that was Matt French.
He's a nice guy.
Yep. Didn't take too long. It was a fun project to do.
And what project is this?
This was my practice for my Orange project. It was with Matt French again, and it was inside the classroom for TV production. Yeah, we used a lot of sequencing techniques from the last project, and yeah, it was definitely a little harder than sequencing though, because we had to use a sample storyboard and things like that. Third is my New England Fall project. For this one, we used 6 skylines for good composition, simplifying the scene, the rule of thirds, lines of grace, emotional lines, and framing techniques. We used camera techniques such as the poor man's dissolve, shift focus, continuous zoom-ins or outs, and then edited the shots and added titles and music.
Very nice zoom outs, Joe.
Thank you, thank you. Lastly, in the Orange project, we had to somehow create a story about an orange. For this project, we had to combine all the techniques we had learned all semester and put it all into one. The project could not have any dialogue, as it could only have sound effects that made it even more difficult. This project needed the most preparation than any of the others, as we needed to create a story people will like, make multiple storyboards, and much more.
So Joe, out of those 4 projects, which do you think is your best?
I believe my best project was my New England Fall project. I really like this project. Here I am creating multiple zoom outs of the beautiful scenes of fall. The peaceful music I added made the project feel like you were actually outdoors watching it. I filmed most of the project in Stanford at Bartlett Arboretum, so they had many beautiful colors that I couldn't find in many places in Stanford. One of my favorite camera shots was the rack focus, or called the shift focus. It was probably the hardest shot to create, and figuring it out and making it look good was truly rewarding, as I was really proud of myself. This project is something I will never forget and would love to do again.
That's beautiful work, Joe.
Thanks.
Beautiful. So, you mentioned a variety of things you've learned in this course. What was the most interesting and important skill you learned, and how will you put it to use?
Well, I would love to take my camera out to the golf course and get some beautiful shots of the course. Shots that are similar to ones in my fall project could be great. I would also love to use my editing skills and edit some sports videos, make them into montages and things like that. Most of all, I would love the chance to take this learning experience and turn it into a career. I would love to work for a company like ESPN one day and work behind the scenes of the production.
Very interesting. So today, we got to meet someone who shared with us his love of sports. As a new TV director, he hopes to apply what he has learned at NCC to document more sporting events in the future. We would like to thank Joseph for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and good day.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Brian Adams, directed by Ariel Inbagen. I'm your announcer, Benny Harrell. This has been a Norwalk Community College student production.